Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. Excuse the noise. We're going to have a quick look at recoding a 570 cylinder. This is the cylinder right here. It's a very old one, an old Lockwood, and of course we have no keys for it. It's even got the old escutcheon on the front. We have no keys for it. It's locked. What we're going to do is we're going to take you through and we're going to go from start to finish, and we're going to start and we want to match it to this key right here. Just some common key. This is the new key we want to match it to, and we have no keys to start with. So with this cylinder right here, we're going to remove the tail piece using a Phillips head screwdriver. We're going to remove the cam screws. One. Two. Okay, looking at the back of the lock now, I can see it's been sitting for quite some time. There's quite a lot of crust in the back of there. You can see bits of, I'm not sure what that is, some sort of insect. Putting the key in the back of it, we might be able to push it out. No, we can't. But I'll just give you a quick look at what sort of things build up at the back of the cylinder. I'm just going to tap it here, using this pick gun to push it out. And you can see there's bits of shell or web or whatever you want it to be in the back of the lock. Just give that a quick clean out. Now the next step is to open the lock cylinder. We've got two methods of doing that. One, we could pick the lock. Lock picking things we don't display on YouTube at all. So I'll just remove the escutcheon quickly. There's enough people teaching people how to lockpick, and it's not preferable. And as a professional locksmith, we don't like to display that at all. So we're going to go through a shimming method. Shimming method is a little bit different. Hopefully you can see that down on the corner of your screen. We're going to be using our piece of shim, using the right key blank. It's not tight enough yet. Okay, inserting the shim. Hopefully we've cleaned out enough of the spiders and the whatever was in there before. Sometimes it does build up and it can cause the lock to play up, the springs not to move correctly. So it is advisable to not get insects in your locks, but sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes they just crawl on in there and do whatever they like, ants especially and things like that. So this method right here is called shimming. It takes a little while. It does take quite a bit of practice to actually get good at it. Because I've had many years experience. Generally a professional can get this down in under about a minute. As long as the lock is functioning, there's no broken parts in the lock. There's no rolled springs, things like that often cause a little bit of problem. Almost there. Just stuck on the last pin there. If you're not getting it with the shim, pull the shim back and try again. Keep in mind this cylinder has been sitting on the shelf for quite some time, has been on the door for probably 15 years. Looking at the gunk in the back of it, it's definitely not a clean cylinder. It's definitely not an easy cylinder. If it was a nice, easy, clean cylinder, it would definitely be open by now. So the older your locks are, the more corroded they are, the more difficult it can be. Okay, and we're done. Took a little bit of effort. There you have it. Lock cylinder is now open. I can remove the shim using a follower. I'm going to follow through, take out my plug. First thing you need to notice is how many pins are in use in this particular one. I can see some more of the crust there. I'll just take that off. See a bit of the crust in the 6th chamber. Okay, so when I put the key blank in there, I can see 1 to 5 is loaded and 6 is not loaded. So for this example, I'm not going to load up the sixth chamber. I'm just simply going to load up the first 5 and get our 6-pin key working. Dropping the pins. This is called pinning up. We take a key like this. We drop pins in there to equal the shear line or the height. We'll work our way through the key until we have the correct shear line and everything is lined up. Pins are not available. They are a locksmith tool. We don't sell picks or anything like that. These videos are just basically for reference or for knowledge of generally what a locksmith does. We don't encourage you to change your own locks, although many people do try it. There's a lot more to lock changing than a lot of people do realise. So it is best to always call a professional. If you need locks in the Sydney area, feel free to call us, we can help you. We're also able to get the most out of your locks and get the best security compared with changing your locks yourself, which might leave you your locks very unsecure or not to the highest potential. Now we've keyed it up, we've removed the follower and we're going to try it, and it turns. Our key is turning. To demonstrate that this is not a false lock, I'm going to put in a key blank there. Not working, not working. Any other key wouldn't work either. Only the original key. Okay, so now we've recoded the lock. We're going to put our cam back on the back. This is what activates the lock. There are different shapes of cams and things like that, so it is best to use the original cam that comes off the back of the lock. If you change a cylinder yourself and you buy a cylinder off us, that's fine, but please try and use the original cam unless you've got a new cam of the same shape and size. Tightening the cam screws extremely tight as you can. Okay, there's our cylinder. Putting the escutcheon back on. As you can see, this lock has definitely done its years. It's probably 15, maybe even 20 years old. The principles all remain the same, and this lock is still in use today. Putting our escutcheon, that simply just slides over the top there and clips onto that piece of metal. There you have it. That's what's protruding on your door. This is the new key. And as we turn it, you can see the back of the lock is turning. That is how you recode a 570 cylinder. We do sell 570 cylinders on our website. We don't advise you recode your own. We advise you just purchase a new one if you just want to change your own lock. We sell Australia wide and we'll be happy to help you. Thanks for watching.